Betrayed by his mentor, Daniel Carter's fired for family ties, his name smeared. As Pinnacle crumbles under lies, clients rally to him. Will he rise with Apex's power or forge his own legacy, leaving his betrayers in ruins? The office of Pinnacle Solutions hums under fluorescent lights, a symphony of ringing phones and tapping keyboards that fills the air like a pulse. Late afternoon sunlight slants through the blinds, catching flecks of dust in its glow, while the faint smell of burnt coffee lingers from the break room. Daniel Carter, 42, sits at his desk, a worn leather chair creaking under his weight, his tie loosened just enough to breathe. His fingers dance across the keyboard, wrapping up an email to Mrs. Thompson, a client who's been with him for a decade and still insists he's the only one who gets her contracts right. He hits send, leans back, and rubs his temples, the weight of another long day settling in. 15 years at Pinnacle have carved lines into his face, grayed his temples, but his eyes still burn with the focus of a man who knows his worth. Daniel's desk is a map of his life here. A framed photo of his old dog, Max, tongue lolling on a hiking trail. A stack of files for next week's client meetings. A chipped mug with world's okayest manager scrawled in fading ink. A gift from Anna, his colleague 2 cubicles over. He's the senior account manager, the guy who closes deals others fumble, who remembers that Mr. Singh prefers tea over coffee and Mrs. Thompson hates late replies. Pinnacle was a scrappy startup when he joined, a handful of dreamers in a rented office. Daniel built their client base brick by brick, late nights and skipped weekends, turning handshakes into contracts. Now it's a mid-sized firm with glass doors and a CEO who loves buzzwords. But Daniel's still the one clients trust. Across the room, Robert Mitchell's office looms, its frosted glass door a barrier between the grunts and the king. Robert, Pinnacle's CEO, was Daniel's mentor once, back when the company was young. They'd stay late, splitting cheap pizza and mapping out pitches, Robert's laugh booming as he called Daniel the closer. He'd clap Daniel's shoulder, say, "We're family here, Carter. You're the heart of this place." Daniel believed it, poured his life into Pinnacle because of it. But the years changed Robert. Suits got sharper, promises thinner, and family became a line he tossed out at board meetings. Still, Daniel stayed loyal, trusting the man who'd given him a shot when he was 27 and hungry. The office buzzes with its usual rhythm. Anna's on a call, her voice steady as she soothes a client. Ethan, the new kid, struts past, all gelled hair and loud cologne. A hire Robert pushed through a month ago. Ethan's barely 25, full of bravado and buzzwords, the kind of guy who thinks charm trumps results. Daniel ignores him, focusing on his screen, but Ethan's voice carries, bragging about a deal he hasn't closed. Daniel smirks, shakes his head. Kids like Ethan come and go. He's seen it before. His inbox pings, a new email from Robert. Subject, organizational update. Daniel clicks it, expecting another vague memo about synergy or growth targets. Instead, the words hit like a brick. Due to restructuring, your position is eliminated. Effective immediately. Regards, Robert Mitchell. 13 words, no explanation, no thanks. Daniel stares, his pulse thudding in his ears. Fired. After 15 years, half his life, he's erased in a sentence. He rereads it, searching for a mistake, but the words don't budge. The office keeps moving. Phones ring, someone laughs, but Daniel's frozen, yanked out of time. He clicks reply, types a single line, "Can we discuss this?" Then deletes it. Robert didn't even call, didn't walk the 10 steps to his desk. Daniel's mind races, piecing it together. Restructuring. Pinnacle's numbers are solid, thanks to him. 5 million in revenue last year, most of it from his accounts. Then it clicks, a sickening clarity. Ethan. Robert's been hyping the kid, calling him fresh blood. Daniel's seen the whispers, the way Robert's nephew, a board member, lingers at Ethan's desk. Ethan's not just some hire. He's family, Robert's grandson, fresh out of college, handed Daniel's job on a silver platter. The betrayal cuts deeper than the firing. Robert, the man who'd promised family, who'd toasted Daniel's deals over beers, has sold him out for blood ties. 15 years of loyalty, late nights, deals fought tooth and nail, gone. Because Daniel isn't real family. His hands tremble, not with fear but with a rage he hasn't felt in years. He glances at the photo of Max, wishes the old dog were here to ground him, then starts packing. Not much to take, the photo, a few pens, a notebook full of client quirks. Mrs. Thompson, 2 sugars. Mr. Singh, no small talk. Little things that kept them loyal. Ethan swaggers over, his grin sharp as a blade. Heard the news, old-timer, he says, leaning against the partition. Time for the young guns to take over. Don't worry, I'll keep your chair warm. His laugh grates, careless, like he's already won. Daniel looks up, the heat in his chest flaring. He could tear into him, tell him he's a kid playing at a game he doesn't understand. But Ethan's not worth it. Robert is. Daniel zips his bag, stands and says, "Thank you all for the opportunity." His voice is calm, steady, like he's closing a meeting, not his career. Ethan blinks, thrown by the lack of a fight, but Daniel's already moving. Past Anna, who shoots him a worried look he doesn't return. Past the break room where he spent 1,000 lunch hours. Out the glass doors into the elevator, his reflection staring back. Graying temples, tired eyes, but a jaw set hard. The doors close, and the hum of Pinnacle fades, replaced by a silence that's both heavy and free. He's not done, not by a long shot. Robert's betrayal stings, but it's lit a fire Daniel didn't know he had. He steps into the street, the city buzzing around him, and feels the first spark of something new. Not hope, not yet, but defiance. At home, Daniel drops his bag on the kitchen counter, the apartment quiet except for the hum of the fridge. He pours a glass of water, hands still shaking, and pulls up the email again. Effective immediately. The words mock him, but it's Robert's face he sees, the man who'd called him family, who'd stood at his side through mergers and crises, now shoving him out for a kid who can't close a deal. He thinks of the early days when Pinnacle was nothing, when he and Robert built it together. The memory sours, tainted by the truth. Robert didn't value him. He used him, and when a shinier toy came along, his grandson, he cut Daniel loose. Daniel opens his laptop, pulls up his resume. It's outdated, but the bones are strong. 15 years of results. Clients who'd stuck through recessions, Robert's ego trips. He starts typing, updating titles, adding numbers. 5 million in revenue. 38 key accounts. His phone buzzes, Robert's name on the caller ID. Daniel lets it ring out, no voicemail. He's not ready to hear the man's voice, not when the wound's this fresh. Instead, he emails his resume to 3 contacts, a headhunter, a rival firm's VP, an old client who'd hinted at freelance. Then he leans back, glass in hand, and lets the day settle. Fired at 42, betrayed by the man he trusted most. It hurts, but Daniel's not broken. He's built something at Pinnacle, something bigger than Robert knows, and he'll build again. If Daniel's story is hitting you hard, hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more tales of grit and comeback. Drop a comment with your city, we might give you a shout out next time. Special thanks to Sarah from Denver for the love. Stick with us because Daniel's fight is just beginning. The city hums outside Daniel Carter's apartment, a low drone of traffic and distant sirens that seeps through the cracked window. It's past midnight, the kitchen lit by the cold glow of his laptop screen. A half-empty glass of water sweating on the counter. Daniel sits hunched over, staring at an email chain he wasn't meant to see. A client, Mr. Singh, forwarded it, an internal Pinnacle Solutions memo, leaked somehow with Robert Mitchell's name at the top. Carter's departure involved irregularities in client data management. It reads, "We're addressing the fallout." Irregularities. The word is a knife, sharp and deliberate. Daniel's hands clench, his knuckles white. Robert's not just firing him. He's torching his reputation, blaming him for a mess Pinnacle created. 15 years of trust, of late nights fixing their fumbles, and now this. A lie to save Robert's skin while his grandson, Ethan, sits in Daniel's chair. Daniel leans back, the chair creaking under him, and lets the betrayal sink deeper. He thinks of Robert's face, the man who'd once handed him a beer and said, "You're my guy, Carter." Now, Robert's spinning a story that Daniel sabotaged data, a fiction to explain why clients are bailing. The truth is simpler. Daniel was the glue, and without him, Pinnacle's unraveling. He checks his phone. 7 missed calls from Robert since yesterday, each one a plea for a callback. No voicemails, just the insistent buzz of a man who knows he's losing. Daniel ignores them, his jaw tight. Robert doesn't get to rewrite this story. Not after betraying him for family, not after this. The rumor's already spreading. A text from Anna, sent an hour ago, lights up his screen. Heard something weird at the office. They're saying you messed up client files before you left. You okay? Daniel's stomach twists. Anna's steady, the one who'd slip him coffee during late shifts, who'd seen through Robert's bluster long before he did. She doesn't buy the lie, but others might. Clients, competitors, the industry grapevine, it's a small world, and mud sticks. He types back, I'm fine. It's BS. Thanks for the heads up. But fine's a stretch. If this sticks, Apex might hesitate, and the freelance offers from old clients like David could dry up. His name, his currency is at stake. He pulls up his inbox, scanning for damage. A new email from Mrs. Thompson, one of his longest-standing clients, hits like a lifeline. Daniel, heard a nasty rumor about you and Pinnacle's data. I don't believe a word. Call me. Relief floods him, but it's fleeting. Not everyone will be as loyal. He dials Mrs. Thompson, her voice warm but sharp when she picks up. They're saying you broke something on your way out, she says. Told them it's nonsense. You're the only reason we stayed with Pinnacle. What's going on? Daniel exhales, explains. Robert's betrayal, the grandson, the lie. She listens, then says, you're better than them. Whatever you do next, we're with you. He thanks her, hangs up, and feels a spark of resolve. She's right. He's not done. By morning, the rumor's a wildfire. A trade blog picks it up, a snide piece titled Pinnacle's Data Debacle. Insider sabotage? It doesn't name Daniel outright, but the implication's clear. His phone buzzes again, Robert, 8th call. This time, he leaves a voicemail. Daniel plays it, curiosity outweighing disgust. Daniel, it's Robert. We need to talk. Things are complicated. Call me, please. The desperation's thick. A crack in the smug armor Robert's worn for years. Daniel deletes it, his hands steady now. He's not crawling back to a man who'd sell him out twice. First for family, now with lies. He opens his laptop, checks his options. 3 emails from yesterday glow like beacons. Karen, a headhunter, says she's pitching him to 2 firms by noon. Rachel, Apex Innovations VP, writes, lunch tomorrow? Let's talk. David, a client of 8 years, offers, heard you're free. Let's build something independent. Call me. Daniel jots notes on a napkin. Apex. Stability, double salary. David, risk, freedom. His resume's out there, his name still carries weight, but the rumor's a shadow he needs to shake. He texts Anna. Can you dig into this data thing? Need the truth. She replies fast. On it. Robert's scrambling. Office is a zoo. Daniel smirks. Pinnacle's feeling his absence, and Robert's lies aren't holding. The phone rings again. Robert, 9th call. Daniel lets it go to voicemail, picturing the CEO pacing his corner office, barking at Ethan to fix a crisis the kid can't touch. Another voicemail. Daniel, it's serious. Clients are leaving. We can sort this out. Name your terms. Terms. The word's a joke. Robert thinks money or a title can erase 15 years of loyalty burned to ash. Daniel deletes it, his resolve hardening. He's not Pinnacle's fixer anymore. He's Daniel Carter, and he's done saving Robert's mistakes. He heads to a coffee shop downtown, needing air, needing space to think. The city's alive. Cars honk, pedestrians weave, the skyline sharp against a gray sky. He orders black coffee, sits by the window, and watches the world move. His napkin's a battlefield of pros and cons. Apex's security versus David's gamble. Apex means a team, resources, a shot at the top. David's offer, freelance, building from scratch, is riskier but his own. He's 42, not old but not young, and the thought of starting over thrills and terrifies him. The rumor's a hurdle, but he's faced worse. He's closed deals under pressure, kept clients through recessions. He can handle this. His phone buzzes. A text from Laura, another client. Pinnacle saying you tanked their data. Told them it's garbage. You going solo? I'm in. Daniel's chest loosens. Laura's sharp, loyal, one of the first he'd brought to Pinnacle. Her trust, like Mrs. Thompson's, is a shield against Robert's lies. He types back, thinking about it. Thanks for the backup. The support's piling up, but the rumor's still out there. A poison he needs to kill. Anna texts again. Found something. Robert's pushing the data story to the board. Ethan's flopping. Clients asking for you. Daniel's grin is grim. Robert's digging his own grave, and Ethan's no match for the chaos. He sips his coffee, the bitterness grounding him. The city pulses outside, indifferent but alive, and Daniel feels it in his bones. He's not just surviving, he's fighting. Robert's lie is a cheap shot, but it's backfiring. Clients aren't buying it, and Daniel's name still holds weight. He pulls up Rachel's email, confirms the lunch meeting. Apex is a start, a way to hit the ground running. David and Laura's offers linger, a seed of something bigger. He's not sure which path he'll take, but he knows one thing. He's not going back. Robert's pleas, Pinnacle's chaos. They're someone else's problem now. Daniel finishes his coffee, leaves a tip, and steps into the street. The air's cool, the skyline sharp, and his steps are lighter than they've been in days. He's alone, but not lost. The rumor's a storm, but he's weathered worse. His name, his trust, his work, they're his, and no lie from Robert can take that. He's Daniel Carter, and he's just getting started. The city's pulse thrums through Daniel Carter's veins as he navigates its crowded sidewalks. The skyline a jagged silhouette against a dusk sky. It's been a week since Pinnacle Solutions tried to bury him with lies, and Portland's raw energy. Its honking cabs, neon signs, and salty breeze off the waterfront feels like a lifeline. Daniel, 42, walks with purpose, his phone buzzing with possibilities. The rumor that he sabotaged Pinnacle's client data still lingers. A shadow on his name, but it's losing ground. Clients like Mrs. Thompson and Laura have rallied. Their loyalty a shield against Robert Mitchell's betrayal. Daniel's not just surviving. He's building, and the pieces are falling into place. His apartment, a small walk-up with creaky floors and a view of the docks, is a temporary home, but it's his. The kitchen counter is littered with notes. Napkins scrawled with pros and cons. A laptop glowing with emails that could shape his future. Rachel, Apex Innovations VP, has upped her offer. Double his old salary, equity, a team to lead. David, a client of 8 years, pushes freelance. 3 clients ready to sign if you go solo. Laura's email echoes it. Name the day, Daniel. We're with you. The offers are a lifeline, but the rumor's a hurdle. If it sticks, Apex might waver, and David's trust could falter. Daniel's name is his currency, and he's fighting to keep it clean. He's at a coffee shop, the same one where he'd mapped out his options days ago, when Anna texts, "Got something. Call me." Daniel dials, leaning against the window, the city's hum a backdrop. Anna's voice is low, urgent. Robert's been pushing the data sabotage story to the board, but it's falling apart, she says. I found an email. He told IT to find evidence after you left. It's a setup, Daniel. I leaked it to Mrs. Thompson and a few others. They're pissed. Daniel's grip tightens on the phone. Anna, quiet, steady Anna, has lit a match under Pinnacle. You're a legend, he says, half laughing. Why'd you do it? She pauses. You deserved better. Always did. He thanks her, promises a drink, and hangs up, his chest lighter. Anna's move is a turning point, proof he wasn't as alone as he thought. The fallout's swift. Mrs. Thompson emails, copying half a dozen clients. Pinnacle's lies about Daniel are disgusting. We're out. Laura follows, blunt as ever. Canceled our contract. Robert's a fraud. You're the real deal. By noon, Daniel's inbox is a flood, 38 cancellation notices from Pinnacle's clients, all naming him as their reason for staying, their reason for leaving. The trade blogs catch wind. A new headline screaming, Pinnacle's smear campaign backfires. Clients flee. Daniel reads it, a grim smile tugging at his lips. Robert's lie, meant to save his skin, has torched his empire instead. Ethan, the grandson Robert bet on, is drowning, unable to handle the accounts Daniel once managed. Daniel's phone buzzes. Rachel from Apex. Lunch moved to today, she says when he picks up. I'm in town. We need you, Daniel, especially with Pinnacle imploding. He agrees, grabs his jacket, and heads out. The meeting's at a sleek bistro downtown, all glass and polished wood. The kind of place Pinnacle's clients loved. Rachel's there, sharp in a navy suit, her smile confident but warm. You're the talk of the industry, she says, sliding a contract across the table. Pinnacle's bleeding because they lost you. Apex wants you to build with us. Senior Director, Equity, start next week. The numbers are dizzying, double his old pay, stock options, a corner office. Daniel flips through the pages, his face neutral, but inside, he's buzzing. This is the kind of offer you don't refuse, but David and Laura's freelance pitch tugs at him. A riskier dream of something wholly his. He tells Rachel he'll think it over, leaves with the contract in his bag. The city's alive around him, and he feels it. A fire he hasn't known in years. He's not just a name on a resume. He's a force, and Pinnacle's learning that the hard way. Anna's leak, the client's loyalty, Rachel's offer. They're proof his 15 years weren't wasted. But the rumor's not dead, and Robert's still out there, spinning lies. Daniel's not done fighting. If Daniel's comeback is firing you up, hit that subscribe button and join us for more stories of grit and triumph. Drop a comment with your city, we'd love to shout you out. Big thanks to Javier from Austin for the support. Stick with us because Daniel's about to take the stage. That night, Daniel attends an industry mixer, a last-minute decision to gauge his standing. He's in a new suit, one he bought after the firing, and heads turn as he walks in. Whispers follow. That's Carter, the guy Pinnacle tried to bury. He grabs a drink, fields questions with a shrug, just exploring what's next, but his eyes scan the room. Then he sees Robert, tie loose, face haggard, cornered by a knot of execs. Their eyes lock, and Robert pushes through, his voice low but desperate. Daniel, buddy, we need to talk. Daniel sips his drink, unmoved. No, we don't. Robert flinches, but presses on, his pitch frantic. I messed up, okay? The data thing got out of hand. Clients are gone, the board's on my ass. Come back. Double your pay, corner office, anything. Daniel sets his glass down, steps closer, his voice steady. You didn't just fire me, Robert. You lied about me, tried to ruin me, all to prop up your grandson. I trusted you, gave you 15 years, and you chose blood over loyalty. The room quiets, heads turning. Daniel doesn't stop. Mrs. Thompson, Laura, sing. They're leaving because they trusted me, not you. You're not family. You're a fraud. Robert's jaw tightens, a vein pulsing in his neck. You're making a mistake, he hisses. Think you're hot now, but Apex won't care about you. They'll chew you up. Daniel smiles, cold and sure. They don't have to care. They just have to value me. You never did. He turns, leaving Robert frozen, the room buzzing with murmurs. People watch, some nodding, others whispering. Daniel doesn't care. He said his piece, drawn a line. Robert's lies, his pleas. They're nothing against the truth Daniel's built. Outside, the night air is cool, the city's lights flickering like stars. Daniel leans against a wall, his pulse steady. His phone buzzes, Mrs. Thompson. Heard you took down Mitchell tonight. Proud of you. We're done with Pinnacle. Laura texts, you're a legend. Freelance or Apex, I'm in. Daniel's grin is real now, the weight of the rumor lifting. Anna's leak, the client's trust, his own voice. They've turned the tide. He's not just clearing his name, he's rewriting his story. Apex's contract waits at home, a solid path forward, but David and Laura's offer pulls at him, a chance to build something his own. He's 42, battle-scarred but unbroken, and the future's wide open. He walks to his car, the city's rhythm syncing with his steps. Robert's empire is crumbling, and Daniel's rising, not because of luck but because of trust. Trust he earned, trust Pinnacle squandered. He's not sure which path he'll take, but he knows it'll be his. The rumors fading, the lies exposed, and Daniel Carter's name is stronger than ever. He's not just fighting back, he's winning. The glass doors of Apex Innovations gleam under morning light, reflecting a city that never slows. Daniel Carter steps through, his new suit crisp, his stride steady. 3 weeks at Apex, and he's already closed a $2 million deal. His name a quiet force in the sleek, humming office. At 42, he's not just starting over, he's rewriting his story, leaving Pinnacle Solutions' ashes behind. The rumor Robert Mitchell spread, accusing Daniel of sabotaging client data, is dead, buried by the truth Anna uncovered and the loyalty of clients like Mrs. Thompson and Laura. Pinnacle, the company he gave 15 years to, is crumbling, and Daniel's rising, fueled by a fire Robert never saw coming. Apex's office is a world apart from Pinnacle's tired fluorescence. Open plan, all glass and steel. It buzzes with purpose. Phones chirp, screens flicker, and voices weave through the air. Daniel's desk sits by a window, the skyline sprawling beyond, a daily reminder of what he's building. His team, 5 account managers handpicked by Rachel, the VP, orbits him like a constellation. There's Mia, sharp and intuitive, who catches client quirks Daniel misses. Jamal, a numbers guy who trusts Daniel's instincts over spreadsheets, and Lena, a former rival who now calls him the closer with a grin. They're young, hungry, but they look to Daniel, not with awe but respect, earned through late-night strategy sessions and deals he's landed in record time. Rachel stops by, leans in his doorway. "You're making waves, Carter," she says, her smile sharp. "Keep it up, and you're running this place." Daniel nods, the weight of her trust grounding him. Apex doesn't just want him. They value him. A stark contrast to Robert's betrayal. His phone buzzes, a text from Anna. Pinnacle's a ghost town. Robert's out. Daniel sets it down, his pulse quickening. He'd known it was coming, but the confirmation hits hard. Pinnacle's collapse, once a distant hope, is now a headline. Trade blogs feast on it. Pinnacle Solutions faces collapse after client exodus. The numbers are brutal. 45 clients gone. Half the staff laid off. The board ousting Robert Mitchell in a late-night vote. Daniel pulls up a blog post, skimming details that paint a grim picture. Pinnacle's office, once a hive of chatter, is a husk. Empty desks, unplugged monitors, a lone janitor sweeping halls where Daniel once walked. Robert's name, once a fixture at conferences, is mud. His restructuring a cautionary tale. Ethan, the grandson Robert gambled on, quit days ago, unable to handle the chaos of Daniel's accounts. The blogs don't spare him. Mitchell's nepotism sinks firm. Daniel leans back, a mix of vindication and ache settling in. He sees Pinnacle's old break room in his mind, the coffee stains, the laughter, the late nights with Robert when they were still a team. 15 years, and Robert burned it for a kid who couldn't deliver. Daniel doesn't gloat, not outwardly, but the justice is sharp, a blade he's earned. His phone buzzes again. Laura. Pinnacle's done. Robert's selling his car to cover debts. "You good?" Daniel replies, "Better than good. Thanks for sticking with me." Laura's loyalty, like Mrs. Thompson's, is a thread tying him to the past. But it's Apex, this team, this office, that's pulling him forward. At lunch, Mia and Jamal drag him to a food truck, their banter light but fierce. "You really sank Pinnacle single-handed?" Jamal asks, tossing him a taco. Daniel smirks. "They sank themselves. I just stopped holding them up." Mia laughs, her eyes bright. "Teach us how to do that." Daniel nods, feeling the weight of their trust. They're not just colleagues, they're his crew, a unit that moves with him, not against him. Back at the office, Lena flags him down, a client on hold. "They asked for you specifically," she says. "Said Pinnacle's a mess without you." Daniel takes the call, closes another deal by 3 p.m., and feels the rhythm of Apex settling into his bones. This is where he belongs. Not because it's perfect, but because it's real. Anna calls that evening, her voice crackling with amusement. You should see Pinnacle now, she says. Half the lights are off, like a haunted house. Robert's consulting, but no one's biting. You're the guy everyone talks about. Daniel chuckles, leaning against his apartment counter. Couldn't have done it without you, he says. That leak changed everything. Anna's quiet a moment. You earned it, Daniel. Drink soon. He agrees, grateful for her quiet loyalty, the kind Robert never understood. She's still at Pinnacle, holding on, but Daniel knows she'll jump ship soon. He'll be there when she does. The blogs keep coming, each one a nail in Pinnacle's coffin. Grayson's folly. How nepotism killed a firm. Client trust lost in Pinnacle's data lie. Daniel's name surfaces in every piece. Not as a villain, but a hero. Daniel Carter, the trusted face of Pinnacle's success, was betrayed in a nepotistic purge. Clients post online, Mrs. Thompson's LinkedIn going viral. Daniel Carter is the gold standard. Pinnacle lost him and we lost Pinnacle. Daniel doesn't post, doesn't need to. The world's doing it for him. Robert's lies, his desperate bid to pin the collapse on Daniel, have imploded, leaving him a pariah in an industry that thrives on trust. Daniel's first month at Apex is a blur of wins. He closes $4 million in deals, trains his team to move like he does, sharp, human, trusted. Rachel calls him to her office, slides a bonus check across her desk. You're not just meeting expectations, she says. You're rewriting them. Daniel takes it, the numbers a quiet roar in his chest. He's not Pinnacle's ghost anymore. He's Apex's closer, a name that carries weight. Mia and Jamal tease him at the next meeting, calling him the legend. But their respect is real. Their work sharper because of him. Lena pulls him aside after, says, You make us better. Daniel nods, the words landing deeper than he expects. This team, this place. It's not family, but it's something close, something earned. David and Laura's freelance offer still lingers. A seed Daniel hasn't planted yet. He meets David for coffee, listens to his pitch 3 clients, ready to build something new. You're the guy, Daniel, David says. Pinnacle proved it. Daniel's tempted, the idea of his own empire thrilling, but Apex is his proving ground, and he's not done running it. He tells David he's in for now, but the door's open. Laura texts later, Apex is lucky, but when you're ready to fly solo, I'm first in line. Daniel smiles, tucking the phone away. The future's his to shape and he's got time. One evening, Daniel walks to the waterfront, the city's lights dancing on the water. The docks are quiet, the air cool with salt and diesel, and he stands at the edge, the skyline glowing behind him. The rumor's gone, Pinnacle's a wreck, and Daniel's name is stronger than ever. He thinks of Anna, her quiet courage, of Mrs. Thompson and Laura, their unwavering trust, of Mia, Jamal, and Lena, the team that's become his anchor. He thinks of Robert, too, the man who'd called him family and burned it all. There's no anger left, just a faint ache for the years he gave. He's not that Daniel anymore, the one who stayed too long, who trusted too much. He's this one, the man who walked away and built something better. The sun dips low, painting the water gold, and Daniel feels it. A deep, unshakable peace, hard-won and his. He's 42, scarred but whole, standing taller than he ever did at Pinnacle. The city stretches before him, alive, endless, and he knows this isn't the end. It's the beginning. Apex is his now, a launchpad for bigger things. Maybe he'll go solo one day, build an empire with David and Laura. Maybe he'll stay, make Apex a legend. Either way, it's his call, his life, his trust. He breathes deep, the horizon wide, and walks back into the city, ready for whatever comes next. Did Daniel's rise from the ashes move you? Hit that like button and subscribe for more stories of grit and comeback. Tell us in the comments, what would you have chosen, Apex or your own empire? Big shout out to Elena from Miami for the love. Thanks for watching and we'll see you in the next story.